What the scene is right now?
The scene? Well, it appears to be just, a little kickback in the dressing room till the show starts, You got the one and only, Devon Goldie Golder. Hey,
Yes.
I wanted to ask, Goldie,
Yes.
where did that come from? I know really your last name, but I know it stemmed from somewhere.
My real last name is Golder. So
Right.
that's everybody's like, what's your real name? I'm like, yeah, it's Golder. So
Right.
when I lived in New York for a few years,
Uh-huh.
when I was out there, I don't know what it was, if it was just because we were on the East Coast or what, but they didn't say, like everybody here was calling me D Golder, but out there they would either call me Gold or Goldie. Like they didn't want to say me Golder, so it just kind of stuck with me, you know. And
So you carry a piece of that with your.
it's kind of like the D Golder, Devon Golder,
Uh-huh.
Goldie, kind of like the Puffy Diddy,
Diddy.
Puffy Combs,
Uh-huh.
whatever,
Right.
whatever you feels comfortable to you,
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? Call me that.
What's up? So who are these people? I'm assuming it's part of your team back here. They here with
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
Let me know. Let the people out there know how much they mean to you.
Chris
They
Kelly.
do for you.
Chris Kelly and Matt, they producers. Chris Kelly helps me a lot with my sound.
Okay.
He all around my live sound when I'm on stage. He helps me during sound check, make sure my end is great. He helps me in the studio, vocal production, you know what I mean, writing, production, just all around the table. Chris Kelly is like my right hand guy, So this is Julian Martin. He's a hot producer, up and coming.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I'm doing too, just trying to work with the young talent in the city.
Absolutely.
And build a nice little team, nice squad, and just give an opportunity, an outlet for the people here that don't have it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm blessed to know some people, blessed to have some connects, and I can't do it all myself.
Absolutely.
So, I'm just trying to pull in the ones who can be worked with,
All right. All right. And it gives them, like you said, a creative outlet. Music is so much to people.
Exactly.
It's their outlets that when they're frustrated, got shit going on in their lives, music. Everybody got that one song, that whether it be rap, R&B, country, that one song to get them in their zone and make them just calm them down.
Yep. Sometimes you can be having a bad day and that one song makes you smile.
Yeah, that's right.
Or that one song you hurry up and turn it off because you don't want to.
Takes you back to some bad memories.
Yeah.
So what song makes you smile then when you hear it?
Oh man, it's crazy because I really don't have a particular song, but it's like when I'm listening to radio and I'm listening to stuff, and it's like certain times in my life, like mid 80s, early 90s, and like a certain song will bring back a moment. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like, oh man, I remember when that song was hot.
Yeah.
I was riding in the car with my mama eating French fries, drop this and that. And,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like it goes all the way back. Babyface, Actress Devon, to the Outkast, TLC, to even before that, even the old school stuff my parents was listening to. So I'm just a well-rounded, musically. I came up in the church, my father's a pastor, all that kind of stuff. Sang in choirs, sang in boy bands.
So when you decided to focus on secular music, how did your dad do that?
It was really a crazy moment because it's crazy that you say focus on secular music.
Oh my gosh! Bad choice of words. Well, not focus, because everybody, especially in the church.
I understand what you mean.
You always got that.
That's how I can tell you come from the church as well.
Absolutely.
From that verbiage.
That's right. I pulled at your heartstrings when I said that. Dang, brought back memory.
Yeah, I don't think it was that I was focusing on secular music. I think, when I moved over to the quote unquote secular thing, I was actually in the middle of a gospel career. And I was in a gospel rap group at the time called Righteous Riders. We were touring. We were nominated for Stella Awards. We were with all the biggest gospel acts, from Kirk Franklin to Mary Mary to Fred. Anybody you can think of, that's who we, And
I'm just gonna interrupt you. Who knew this? Do people know? Do your friends and people that been rocking with you? Do they know that side? Do they know?
Some people know. Most of the people who knew me then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were fans of what I was doing in the gospel, And I think when I made the transition, me and a partner of mine, we had met Wyclef Jean. on the airplane. And we were trying to get more into the production and the writing of things. Really, that was our goal. You know, we were trying to get to the dollar. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it is.
So that's what we did, and we worked with Wyclef. We ended up moving to New York, and we produced a platinum record for him called "The Sweetest Girl." Had Akon and Lil Wayne on it. So that was like the jump of our little music career, you know. So I mean, I guess we focused on secular, but God blessed us.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? God blessed us, and I'm still being blessed, and He's still blessing me.
Wow, it's amazing. This is just like the free thing, though. We got pretty deep first 10, 15 minutes, though. But that's just how it's flowing, you know. And that's just what backstage like. So, what are you feeling like right now? What are you listening to? Like
right now, to get hype, I'm putting some of that Future on.
Of course, of
course. You know what I mean? Some of that Drake, of course. I'm really admiring his work. I listen to a lot of like top 40 stuff too, like pop type of stuff, like Walk the Moon and all those kind of things, you know.
Right.
I really just listen to whatever's on the radio, kind of. You know, I kind of just skim through and try to see what the people are listening to.
Right.
Because I'm in the studio so much, I really don't get a chance to really listen to.
Right, see what's out there, see what's new.
Because we're always creating. I mean, of course, we pull it up in the studio sometimes just to kind of briefly see what's going on, but you know, that's pretty much what it is.
Right. So I know, like, everybody, for me, like, when I've talked to I haven't talked to many, I'm not going to front, but when I've talked to people that have, artists that have, like, made it or, you know, focused on their career solely, like, that's all they do is sing. They don't have, you know, something else going on in the background, something that, you know, on the back burner. They just focus on their career 100. At what point did you learn, like, hey, everything else is to the wayside. I'm going 100 miles per hour towards my goal, towards my career. Was there a point in your life, or was it just, of course you knew you wanted to sing and be famous and put music out, right? But at what point did that become like your destiny in your mind?
See, I got kind of cheated because, you know, I was kind of like pulled into it as a kid. I told you about the gospel group when I was, that was in my teenage years. But like when I was like 7 and 8 years old, I was in another gospel group. And we were recording artists nationally, and we traveled. So back then, you know what I'm saying, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. Back then I knew. Now, of course, from 7 to the age I am now, you know, it's been a lot of ups and downs. You know, I need to get a job, I need to do this. Of course. You ain't making no money with this. But at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, you just have to endure the storm. You have to endure the storm if you don't make it. Because the difference between the person who made it and the person who didn't is the person who made it didn't give up. You know, they just kept walking their path. If you know what your path is, take it. Don't turn around, don't have a second thought, because then that's just slowing you down. Just take your path no matter what nobody says. It's not always going to look good, but if you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing, not just music, any career, you know, just if you know this is what you're supposed to be doing, walk it. That's it. Just be it, live it. And that's how I live, you know. That's just what it is.
All right. Well, that's quite the story. I mean, and this is not like on some interview shit or anything, but excuse me, well, it's an adult interview, so it's okay if I say a curse word here and there. But it's kind of my goal, not only as like, you know, a promoter or just an entertainment blogger, is to like share people's stories. Right. You know what I mean? Like people can kind of see that vulnerability. Like, hey, you might see me on the video, you might see me out here looking fly, but you know, this wasn't easy. It didn't come like, oh, here you go, fall flat on your lap. You know, you have a hit single out right now, Ride With Me. Thank you. That, I mean, funny story about that was me and my girlfriend were in the car and we were like, oh, who is this? Who is this? I don't know. I'm gonna Shazam it. This is before I even knew you or anything. So she called it towards the tail and she's like, dang, you didn't give it to me. So she was getting on my nerves. She was asking everybody, every time we were in a group of people, had some music on, y'all heard that one song? I know the one line that goes, and I was like, oh, she will not give this up. And finally she found the song.
Do you remember the one line she knows? Or you
No, I pushed it out of my mind because
A few people got a one line.
I knew the ride with me part. She knew the ride with me, but I guess I don't know if it was on iTunes yet.
Yeah, well, it's been up for maybe a week or so.
Okay, because we looked on. I was to the point where we looked on iTunes. Like, man, I don't know who it is. It must be new. And then now she'll be here in a minute. She's part of my team. She's always like, oh my God, I was the one
That's dope. That really makes me feel good.
Yeah, yeah, it's real out here. I mean,
you know, that's not what I expect when I make music, but it's a blessing to be able to have that. You know what I'm saying? So I just make it for the love.
Yeah.
You know, for people to actually like it.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I'm blushing right now.
She kind of kicked it.
I like it, can be
That's what's up. So we just chilling right now.
Hey, I got a question for the whole room. So, one name, one legend. Who would you say your style represents closest to? Legend. Old school name. I'm looking for old school. You know, if you're gonna play ball, we supposed to educate ourselves on Jordan moves, correct? You know what I mean? See where I'm going? Is there anybody? It don't have to be that old. It might just be LL. You know what I'm saying? Just who would you say that? You know, your style resembles?
He got a style on his own though.
Yeah, but I learned a lot from, I was signed as a young group. I was signed to Gerald Levert, and I learned a lot from that whole camp. So I can say musically and just how I think, I say Gerald for me.
That's definitely nice.
Definitely got that Gerald beard.
Gerald
You got that teddy bear. You got that teddy bear appeal.
Honestly, I don't even think I can give you an answer because like a lot of my style reflects this generation. So I'm in a different generation of music for y'all. So I take what's hot in this generation and apply my own style to it. So I couldn't even give you a straight answer. So that's my answer right there.
It's all good.
I would say for influence and like how I would imagine myself to be business-wise. And being from the city I'm from,
That's it.
Winner.
that's who I look up to. You know, he's made tremendous marks in this industry, and I would love to be like him one day. Period. You know?
Have you ever met him?
Yes, I have, but I need to meet him again.
Yeah.
Now.
Alright, performance tonight. Yes, D-Goldie. D-Goldie or D-Goldie?
D-Goater, Devon, Goldie.
Devon
Goater.
He is hit the stage tonight. So, you know, we can wait to see him in action. We're going to give you guys some pictures, of course, some video, you know, and just give you the whole experience.
Sounds good.